and welcome to this episode of CXO Cafe, a series of learning interactions with CIOs and technology leaders of large enterprises. I'm Anil Chopra, VP Research and Consulting at Cybermedia Research, and your host for this episode. Our theme for this series is workplace trends for the new normal, and we'll be discussing various topics related to this theme. In this episode, our discussion topic is to make collaboration more effective and engaging to bring people together. Now, the pandemic has actually been very difficult for every industry, and logistics industry is no different, as they're the backbone of a lot of other industries. In fact, a supply chain can't really run efficiently if the logistics companies don't have the required resources to ensure shipment delivery. Yet, they must ensure that interactions continue to happen between employees, customers, vendors, and their partners. How can they really empower interactions between different stakeholders? And what collaboration tools become critical to bring people together in a borderless work environment? And what best practices should they really follow to enable a hybrid work environment that maximizes output from a flexible workforce? To discuss this and many other aspects of making collaboration more effective, we have with us Mrinal Chakraborty, Executive VP IT at DTDC Express Limited. Welcome to CXO Cafe, Mrinal. It's a real pleasure to have you join us today.
Thank you so much. I think it's a great honor and pleasure for me to represent DTDC, a formidable workforce during this pandemic. And thanks to CXO Cafe, Logitech, and Microsoft for organizing this. I would be happy to go beyond the quote-unquote quotations and questions, but let's have a very free and frank discussion.
Thank you, Mrinal. And before we start the interaction, I think, I'll just like to give our viewers a brief introduction about DTDC and yourself. So, DTDC is a well-known name in the country. It's a leading 1,200 crore logistics player in India that services 12,000 franchises and over 10,500 PIN codes of India and 24 other countries. And the company handles over 12 million shipments every month. Mrinal is a senior IT leader with 30 years of insightful experience in managing IT, customer services, client relationships, and business operations. He possesses broad competence and vision in strategic management and technical matters with the distinction of driving new IT initiatives, redesigning IT infrastructure, delivery management, project management, change management, technical support, and software installations while achieving organizational objectives. An exceptional communicator, Mrinal is focused on building strong client relationship and team building. He is a regular speaker at various CIO forums, online as well as offline. So welcome once again to CXO Cafe, Mrinal. It's a real pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now to start off with the first question, I think, Mrinal, the past 1.5 years have been very, very disturbing for most people. How did it impact your work, and what were some of the biggest challenges that you faced?
To start with, if you ask me, last 1.5 years, definitely it was a big challenging year for most of us, and especially people like us who has to build and bring the workforce to the ground. Because it is not that you can work from home for a longer time. Ultimately, we are into pickup and delivery management systems for the customers. So during this pandemic, when we need to onboard nearly 8,000 of our employees working from pan-India from 400 plus offices, we really need to cater for their hygiene, health, and probably we are the very few logistics company who have taken initiative the earliest possible vaccination for all the staff. And we're very happy that we could achieve that, keeping all the government protocols in mind. By July, most of us got vaccinated, and it is well sponsored by the organizations also, so that the front end people, they remain fully vaccinated over there. Keeping the IT points in mind, if you ask me, yes, initial days it was pretty challenging. Though actually, if you ask me, that we had started pretty early, 3 years back, we moved to a cloud native communication tool for all of us, not only for 8,000 DTDCians, for 12,000 franchises also. They're on a single same platform, which has truly helped us during the pandemic. When we couldn't meet each other, we continued to support each other. I'm not sure that how many million hours of meeting and online meeting has happened between the senior folks And we actually found that really helped us to, if I look back on 26th of March when the lockdown declared, and when we decided that keeping these 50,000, nearly 50,000 families depending on us, we cannot shut shop and wait. So we had decided from the board and from the management, keeping all the government regulations in mind, by 2nd April 2020, we will hit the market. And literally we started with zero. If I give you a statistics, 26th March when the lockdown or shutdown declared, we used to carry around 500,000 parcels a day. And 2nd April, when we opened, we got 1,014 parcels. It's nearly zero. And from there, bit by bit, big by bricks, and a lot of people got impacted. We have lost a lot of employees and colleagues during this fight against the corona. Thanks to governments and thanks to all the healthcare. And we really could, in those initial days, with the help of technology and with the help of people on the ground, we could really transport all the essentials, all the medical equipments, including the sanitizations, oxygen. And when this oxygen crisis happened this year, we played a very big role of bringing thousands of oxygen cylinders and oxygen concentrator, portable oxygen concentrator from abroad and distributing them. All the leading IT companies they had did it during their CSR activities. They purchased the oxygen concentrator and brought to India, and we remained the forefront along with our other express partners to distribute them to the hospitals and to the needy ones. So in a nutshell, it was a great challenging journey, but when we look back, we really pat on the back that we survived.
Wow, that's a really great journey that, it's really nice to hear. And I think fantastic service. As I said, without logistics, everything else comes to a standstill. And here literally, life was, relying on DTDC, I guess, because of all the oxygen and all that you really transported. So I think, great service. Congratulations on doing it so effectively. Now many businesses enabled work from home for their employees to keep their business running. How much of work from home was possible in logistics business, and how do you really ensure smooth collaboration between those who came to work and those who worked remotely?
I think I briefly touched upon in my earlier discussion. We could have only say 20% people still working from home, but 80% people are on the field. And how do we communicate? As we have said, as I have touched upon earlier, nearly 3 years back, we have moved to a pure play cloud player. And that has truly helped us. But that was a very powerful transformation journey we had. And then obviously the likes of Zoom and Microsoft Teams, it has really helped us to build a partnership with our customers, partnership with our partners. And that's the way the entire collaboration has happened. I must say that this pandemic was blessings in disguise. Before pandemic, we used to take a flight and go and meet physically. But during this pandemic and during this time, we have found out very alternate route, and almost all our senior folks, residents and their own environment, we have augmented so that they have better camera, better speakers, better table equipment, so that they can talk to their peers, talk to their customers seamlessly. I think we are more close to customer than before pandemic, because now we can present digitally, we can talk digitally, we are literally available 20 hours a day to support business. I'm not exaggerating, but these scalable cloud solutions and the video analytics equipment and all these kind of speakers and Bluetooth speakers, headsets, partners really helped all the business to survive. And now I'm saying we are not only survived, we are now thriving.
Oh, I think great to hear that. And it seems that, you've kind of really set up and you're all geared up for this kind of work environment. But tell me something. Do you think that this kind of a hybrid workplace where people can, engage from anywhere, from their home or office, is that really here to stay? And what are some of the challenges for enabling collaboration in this kind of a setup? And how do you really make it more effective and engaging?
I think whether we like it or not, it is here to stay. And hybrid workforce, okay, hybrid workplace. What is missing right now is the control on the employee's productivity. It is not that you want to snoop into somebody's desktop, that what he or she is doing. But let me give an example, real life example. 99% cases we are seeing people are attending meeting with camera off. We know privacy is a matter, but after 1.5 years, if really organizations have not helped their employee to have their private corner ready, I think it will be a big disappointment. I think organizations need to work with likes of Cisco, Logitech of the world, and really help their employee to build their private workplace so that they can be available, meeting eyes and seeing each other. Otherwise, it's becoming a very, very big discomfort that whom actually you are talking in. I think two things we are it's a big challenge in front of the management. One, how to create the personal space while working digitally. How to create that warmth between two employees. Right now, if you know, and you all agree, people are joining even digitally, and we might not have met them at all. So really, you do not know what kind of people they are. Earlier days, we used to meet over a coffee or a lunch break. We know each other, we greet each other. So this digital, let's say, Anil, your backdrop is so nice. Why Microsoft did that? To keep the others, your privacy is intact, yet you are feeling as a home environment. This is a great leap towards it. How to do it without snooping into somebody's personal affair, but bringing people on a digital workspace, yet on a visual space is extremely important. This is point number one. And point number two, keeping mental health up and ahead. It's very, I think I don't want to repeat because there are tons of materials are available right now. People are really trying hard, but that is the one component is really need to be looked at, how to keep the mental and physical well-being intact.
Yes, great. I think a very valid point and some real practical points that you've really given, that people need their, corner, and they should be ready now that they're working from home for such a long time. Good practical insight from your side, and the need for collaboration and how to really prepare for it. Now, let's come to another very critical aspect, that of timely communication, between different stakeholders, which is, essential, I think, in a, logistics business for smooth operation, for customer satisfaction, various stakeholders like, be it the sales team, drivers, warehouse managers, and, various other roles in our logistics company. Which collaboration technologies really become important for you to enable effective communication between so many different stakeholders?
I think it's a very simple, straight 2-point agenda over here. One, for your business, you need a business communicator. You really cannot can't depend on and WhatsApp kind of solutions. Because under Indian Penal Code, WhatsApp dictation over WhatsApp is still null and void. You cannot tell me that Anil gave me this order, and that's why I did that. So you really cannot do that. And business communicator is extremely important, like Microsoft Teams, like Google Hangout or Google Chat or Web Express. So for every corporate needs a business communicator, along with your partners and your customers. If we can't extend the same business communication tool, then WhatsApp for business with a legal version with a blue tick enabled would be a very, very great communicator between the two organizations.
Yeah, very true. I think business communication tools that are actually ready for business collaboration are the ones that are really required, and you can't really rely on consumer-based tools, which are generally meant for, casual communication, but which are informal. Business communication is serious, and you cannot afford to have any kind of downtime, as you rightly said. Now, what innovations do you think are really a must to kind of support the new requirements set by the pandemic? For example, some things that we heard this time that became commonplace were contactless delivery, or delivering shipments like, vaccine vials at specific temperature. You yourself talked about, delivering oxygen cylinders and all that. So what innovations are a must to support, these kind of new requirements?
I think great question. It is a multifaceted question. So I'll try to give a little simplified answers to it. Yeah, contactless delivery. I'm very proud to say that within 2 months of the pandemic, we brought this contactless pickup and contactless delivery. Within 2 months. Now it is a little cliched because everybody has had that. We have brought on one application called My DDDC app, through which you can organize a contactless pickup. You need not to come to our office. And I'm very proud to say that today, every day, thousands of pickups are happening when you are working from home, but you need a laptop to be replaced. You need a printer cartridge from your organization. You need a new printer, or even you need a bunch of A4 sheet to print at home. So this My DDDC app we launched within 2 months of the pandemic last year, May, which became a super hit for all the tech organizations who actually distributed pan-India for their employees. And if you want to use a reverse pickup, if you want to do a forward pickup and delivery, you can use these applications. For the remote delivery, since cash became almost obsolete, linking with the UPI and Government of India was very, very proactive in that sense. They brought the Bhim UPI app, and then they brought the various banking apps, and very much pretty regulated way. We also integrated those API UPI links with our app so that you can pay remotely, so that no monetary or physical transaction is required between you and me. So this is for a contactless delivery. I'm very proud to say that we are the first organization who did a vaccine delivery from between 4 hospitals of Narayana Hrudayalaya. You might have seen in the public media also. We carried the vaccines. We carried thousands and lakhs of vaccines vials in a controlled temperature environment. It is not cold chain. We are not there as yet, but it's a controlled, humid controlled, temperature controlled environment where we get a feed through a data logger every 15 minutes to a central repository, so that we can inform customer and we can inform client also that throughout this journey, a 7 degrees temperature was maintained. Anytime, any alert, any deviations, the customer gets alert automatically. I can say that it's a baby step yet, but we are making a very confident step towards it. So I hope I try to give you the answer towards that.
No, good. I think really nice to hear about these innovations that probably had to come out, because there was this, nothing else, no other option to really, no other option. You had to do it. But, the way it's done, how you have done it, ensuring that, temperature is maintained and the client is informed for vaccines. I think, really, really great, nice way of, you're having done that. Now, let me ask you in terms of your own expectations, you've had so much experience with so many collaboration technologies over this period of time, and you would have gotten used to it, had a lot of faced some challenges, learned many new things about them. What are your own expectations from collaboration technologies for your industry, and that would help really bring people kind of together no matter where they are? Is there sort of like a wish list of things that would make communication more effective and thereby help you enhance employee productivity?
I think if I tell you that products like Microsoft, product like Google, they brought 5 tools together. It's a very, very important tools. First is that, is my calendar integrated? Because calendar is playing a very, very critical role or responsibility when you are working from home. People should be able to view your calendar and then find options and alternatives and make it happen. Second thing is that is our mail and messaging is integrated. So this is our option point number 2. Point number 3, whenever I'm offline, are all my files with me? All my important documents are with me. That should be available. At any point of time, you should be able to refer it. We can't say that I need to open my laptop or tab because with the 5G proliferation coming, it will be more powerful, and you will be having more data per day per minute on your palm. So that small device, whether any brand or any OS, that's most important. So I told about calendar, I have told about mail and messaging, and I've told about the files, what you want to access, your important files should be in your pocket at always at a point of time. I think almost all the 3 major players are working very, and I'm seeing an outstanding improvement by all of them on this particular forum, and everybody is working towards it. And that's the way the employee productivity is skyrocketing, because you just can't say that I need to open my laptop. You can see your every minute that what is the next calendar, what is the next message I'm missing, or what is the next mail I need to respond, or what is the last month balance sheet or last month PL&L account I need to refer. I think it's a very interesting space, which is superbly getting innovated and changing almost on a monthly basis. I think we are enjoying, we are having a balls towards it to make it happen. Really, all of us were enjoying towards it.
Great. I think what we are trying to look at is that we are tending more towards having a digital workplace and not just a physical workplace that we have in office. A digital workplace should also have all the essentials integrated together and made available as you need it. Your files, your calendar, your email, everything should be in one place, as you rightly said. So really great. So last,
I have missed one point.
Yeah.
In a most secured manner. That was very important. I missed that point. It should be in a most secured manner. I'm sure that almost all the big players they are working towards it, so that you enjoy a spam and phishing outside, and you concentrate on your basic jobs.
Right, absolutely. I think security is of course kind of critical, and it spans across the board. It's required everywhere. So absolutely, it's a critical element on the whole thing. So one last question, Mrinal. I think as we have both discussed, and you have also kind of elaborated so well, that the workplace as we know it has really undergone major transformation, and it continues to do so, continues to be transformed. So moving forward now, keeping this in mind, what changes do you think are going to be permanent in the workplace, and what do you think is really temporary?
I think if I give you a very frank and clear answer, going back to office 100%, it may not happen in next 1 or 2 years. So we all need to get adjusted towards it. The first fundamental point, what I feel that what I keep advising to my senior colleagues and to my colleagues in my department and whatever I'm seeing, that maintaining yourself well, healthy, exactly the way office environment you go, it's extremely critical. People need to bring back that culture at home, and you really cannot switch off your camera and do whatever you like. Okay, that and your mental agony and mental distortion starts from there. Let me give an example. I even went ahead and advised my team that please ensure that you have a daily shaving rule, and exactly what you did during the office days, so that you feel that you are going to office. It is not lying in a one bedside corner. You are starting 9 o'clock in a call. Let's avoid that. Bring back that regimental. Yes, you are not traveling. Leaving that traveling part alone. Rest all basic disciplines should come back to the organizations. Should come back to every employee. Must give a focus towards it. We will be definitely, we won't be traveling much like earlier. So as organizations, they are saving a huge cost on this admin and the travel cost. They must they should try to create some kind of an incentive that for the employee so that they can go ahead and invest on those kind of infrastructures. Like in Western world, I have seen my friends, they are sending photographs. You cannot make your private corner. So what organizations are sending, that they're sending, you just tell that which corner you want to automate or you want to modify. They're sending cutout boxes to cover that corner and it becomes your office space. You just fix the few screws here and there, your private office space is there. It's a good ergonomic chair with a table and with a laptop over there, and it's happening. And last but not the least is that a little bit more privacy around those cameras and the camera equipment and the voice would be extremely important. Noise cancellation devices are doing great, but are they creating some kind of some kind of a ill impact on the health? Nobody is much bothered about that. I think that those are very important. That when you are using too much of Bluetooth near to your head, near to your device, is it impacting your health? When you're using a low end of camera, is there any privacy or espionage happening or anybody sniffing through your camera or not? Those security around the camera, those are extremely important. I think those things, I'm sure by 2022, we'll have a much better and larger framework through the likes of Logitech and Microsoft and Google. It will be available. I'm very optimistic on that.
Thank you, Mrinal, for sharing those insights. I think it has been a very interesting discussion. You've shared quite a lot of, I think, practical insights and your expectations in terms of how things should really improve. And I'm so glad to hear that you're so hopeful that yes, things will happen, things will improve. And I sure hope that the expectations that you have with the technology are really going to be met. So thank you so much, Mrinal. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much. We sincerely appreciate.
With that, that's all we have for you today. And we hope you enjoyed watching this episode of CXO Cafe and found it interesting and useful. We will be back again soon with more interesting chats around other aspects of new workplace trends for the new normal. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching CXO Cafe and see you again soon.